Happy birthday, Wanda.
Hi, Mom. Happy 80th birthday.
3.
Happy birthday, Grandma.
Happy birthday, Wanda. I love you so much. God bless you.
I love you.
Pretty much, probably the best example of unconditional love I've ever seen anyone have, especially for kids. I mean, it didn't matter how old or whose kids they were. She loved kids. So.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
You sing a happy birthday?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And the best thing you ever. Just to shout, won't be. Happy birthday, Grandma. I love you, Grandma.
My hope and prayer for Grandma in the next year is that she's surrounded by her family and full of a heart full of love.
Aunt Wanda, some of my memories were probably that I can remember the most of would be as a little guy when my parents would work youth camps. She would watch us, or we'd stay with her and Uncle Frank. And I remember many a times. I have a lot of good memories I can think of, but one of the ones that comes to mind is when she was watching us one time and we were supposed to go to bed and it was late. And I remember it was real late. You know, my parents didn't like us being up super late. She came into the rooms where I was at and snuck me out to go sit down and watch TV with her. And I believe that night it was popcorn, but it was usually always a snack. And I think that night specifically was popcorn, and we had some soda or some pop or whatever you call it these days. But I can remember that and thinking I was getting away with murder. That it was just so much fun, and she made it fun, so it was good for us. That she just continues to enjoy life, and that she just she's been such a blessing, you know, to so many people around her, and she's such a loving lady. I wish her the best. I wish her the best and enjoy life, enjoy her family, you know, her grandkids and the people that are around her that she loves the most.
Aunt Wanda, I can remember when we were first married and you opened your home up to us and let us live with you and Uncle Frank. I remember you being one of the best hostesses I've ever had in my life. You are precious, and I love you, and I wish you a very happy 80th birthday.
The thing about Grandma Bennett is because she gives us snacks and like popsicles and ice cream sandwiches. My hope for Grandma is that she gets to do something with all of us when with a whole family. Nobody's out of a family.
Happy birthday, Wanda. Hi, sis. We just wanted to say how much we love you and how ecstatic we are that you have made it to 80. And I can't wait to get there myself to celebrate too. I'm so happy to be back in the family. I'm happy to be back with you. Love you, dear. Have a wonderful celebration.
Happy birthday.
I love you, Grandma Bennett. I have happy birthday.
Grandma Bennett.
I love her hugs. She gives the best hugs.
Together?
My favorite memory of Grandma is anytime we're together. I wish that she will always be healthy and help her and let her just keep teaching people about Jesus.
What Grandma is.
My favorite thing about Grandma is her hugs.
Grandma.
My favorite memory of Grandma is when Elijah, Toby, me, and Elijah were setting up Christmas, and I took the mangers and them down from the attic, and then she smiled because we all did it. All did it together.
My favorite thing about Grandma is how she kisses us.
And
My favorite memory of Mom growing up in the house was when it came time to decorate the house for Christmas. She was such a big kid over it. She drove Dad crazy. But it's a nice memory because, you know, kids, they love Christmas decorations. And I got to be the official put the lights on the tree person in the family because I was the only one that did it the way Mom wanted it. She had to push the light into the tree. By the time you got done, the tree had more lights on it than everybody else's trees put together. And we'd sit in the living room together and really enjoy it. And that's just a super nice memory I have of her.
We just started dating. It was the first time I came over, I think, and we went out to dinner. Grandma and Frank was there. And I don't know if Pam and Deb were there. You remember we went out to dinner first night? But that's a long time ago, so I don't remember a lot about it. It was probably 35 years ago.
Okay. You do remember coming when you would come over to see me, and I was staying with Mom and Dad.
Yeah, at the Riverview property.
Yeah.
Yep. We used to visit there, and your mom used to cook dinner, and it was great. And I remember when we went to Gatlinburg. It was probably 15 years ago or more. And yeah, your mom really seemed to enjoy that. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank you, Wanda, for raising Pat to be such a terrific woman. I don't know what I'd do without her. And I know you had a lot of influence on that when she was younger.
Mom, it's exciting. I can't imagine getting to 80. You should celebrate your accomplishments. You have an accomplishment I'll never have. You have 6 wonderful grandchildren and 12 amazing great-grandchildren, and you're still alive to enjoy all of them, and that's an amazing gift. So I hope you celebrate that as your huge success in your life. And it's a wonderful thing to be celebrating on your 80th birthday. We love you. Happy 80th.
Love you, Wanda. Happy 80th.
My favorite thing about Grandma is that whenever we come to her house, she always talks to us and makes us feel welcomed. I pray that her hope is restored and that God will heal her and just make her feel better.
I enjoy her company and her stories that she tells and how she did it and all the things she has collected over the years. My favorite memory of Grandma Bennett is when I was cooking biscuits for her and making food for her and serving her. I pray that her strength and her abilities will come back so she can do a lot more things with us.
I like going over to Grandma's house and talking with her and sharing things about Jesus that we've learned. And she always comes up with great things that I've never thought of. And sometimes I come up with things that she's never thought of. So we sharpen each other. And I think that's a great gift we give each other. And she gives the best hugs. Like, you totally feel Jesus in her hugs. And I am so blessed to be a part of her life.
Watching her do her ministry, when I go over to mowed grass and things like that, she's always like, you need water, you need this, you need that. And I see that God is just working in her, doing those kind of things.
Well, I do. I love Grandma's randomness. I love the way she comes up with stuff that nobody else does. And it makes me feel like I'm not so left field either. Like, we have a kinship together, and it's okay. And I also love the way she can sit and be and let the world go on around her and just be okay and happy and available. And I want to pattern my life like that.
2, 3.
We love you, Grandma!
I also love sitting in Grandma's lap and getting hugs. Do you like sitting in Grandma's lap and getting hugs?
Of course. My favorite memory of Grandma is when she used to take us to Chuck E. Cheese and gave us a bunch of quarters. Oh wait, I didn't have that memory because that was way before I was part of the family.
Oh, it was so much fun to go to Chuck E. Cheese with Grandma for her birthday. We took her one time and she had to wear the birthday hat.
Yeah, I didn't get to have these memories of going to Chuck E. Cheese with Grandma. But I wish I did.
Wow.
Because Grandma, you are awesome.
Okay, my favorite memory of Aunt Wanda is when we would go to her house when we were little and she had every kind of cereal that you can imagine, and not the cheap kind. It was Kellogg's, and she let you pick any kind you wanted. And I love how Aunt Wanda never, ever yelled at us kids, ever. I knew we were bad, but she never yelled at us. And my wish and my blessing and my prayer for you, Aunt Wanda, in the coming years is lots of good health and lots more memories with your family and your grandbabies and great-grandbabies. And I wish you the best, happiest 80th birthday, and I love you, Aunt Wanda.
And we want to wish her a happy birthday I understand this is number 36, something like that. And so I remember, though, that a long time ago, one of the things that I remember and appreciate the most about Wanda was that she had a whole bunch of people in her house at one time, and her patience and grace about that get-together of the Bennett family was so inspiring, her patience and her grace. And I'm reminded of the time when Jesus hung on the cross and he said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." And I can just imagine that with Wanda's patience and grace, she might have been saying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." I appreciate Wanda's love and acceptance of people that are imperfect. And she does that in a very similar way to the way that Jesus did. He's very patient with us and just full of grace.
What I remember most was the awesome prayer meetings in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Things like that, and sometimes it didn't stay in the middle of the night, it stayed all night.
One of my favorite memories of Aunt Wanda was when we would go up to visit. I would be with Dad. She would always say, "Let's stay up and watch Creature Feature." So I got to stay up late. We would be in her watch it in the front room. And then the other things I loved about, she would always make me politically correct crap on a shingle. And that was one of my favorites. And I just wish her blessings and many more years, and keep you in our thoughts and prayers. Happy 80.
My favorite memory of Aunt Wanda, when I was a little girl, we used to always go up to Apollo Beach and spend some time. And one time we were there, it was a large family dinner. We were all sitting around this large table, and it was at a time where I was very young and I was learning to use utensils and write, and my mom was really trying to get me not to use my left hand because of a teacher, I believe, that told her that left-handed people would have a hard time in life. And I remember just having a really rough time trying to feed myself, and my mom was really adamant about wanting me to use my right hand. And Aunt Wanda came up and she gently told my mom, "You need to let her use her left hand. It's okay. Whatever they told you isn't necessarily going to affect her. Let her use her left hand." And my mom listened to her, because my mom, I think, was really close with Aunt Wanda, and she really trusted whatever Aunt Wanda said. And from that point forward, my mom never made me use any other hand, and I could do whatever I wanted to, whether I was writing or feeding myself, I could use my left hand. And it just really meant a lot. I remember that, and I actually have more than one memory. Going to her house just was a highlight. I can remember thinking, you know, if my mom would just let us go there, we could live there, because it was always so much fun. She made everything fun, no matter what it was. And when we had slumber parties, it was, she had blankets up in the cupboard, in the closets, and we could get the blankets down. And there were Barbie dolls galore all over the place. But when it was time to go somewhere, she would make all of us girls pick up what we had spread out so that we could get ready to go somewhere. I love Aunt Wanda. When I think about over the years, there were so many times that she, I never saw her angry. I loved how she could handle things, whether it was stress. We never saw it. I never saw her angry. I never saw her raise her voice or heard her raise her voice. And she was just always such a gentle spirit, and hugged us whenever we needed it. It was just one that I always wanted to be like when it came to being able to control your anger or your emotions at times. She just was so gentle with that. As far as a wish or a blessing, in my prayer for her in the coming years is that she enjoy her life and she enjoy her kids. And I know she does, but just to take each day a step at a time, but also just allow the Lord to just richly bless her. And I would like for him to bless her with health and happiness and just peace. Happy birthday, Aunt Wanda. I love you very much.
I wish for you for the next coming years thought that we'll have time to make up for all the years we lost.
Amen.
Grandma, I pray that you take every day and enjoy it to the fullest and get everything that you can out of every day and every moment. And that we
Blow kisses. We love you.
We love you. Blow a kiss. Blow a kiss. You got blow a kiss for me.
My prayer for you is that you know how special and wonderful you are, and that you feel blessed and treasured every day, because we value you so much. And Jesus values you, and you do a great work in the kingdom just by breathing.